Hello everybody, my name is Fox Forge. If you wanted to hear what the fox says, welcome! Today we are playing Armello for the 5th time. Today we'll be going over a couple of different tile abilities. This is probably one of the last things you actually have to worry about when you're playing the game. After this, I guess you guys can pick what you guys want to see in the comments below. But for now, let's just go over real quickly what each tile is. So there's 2 maps in the game. There's a summer and then there's a winter map. Right now we are on the winter map, and the tiles for each map are all the same, but each of them are kind of different. So the first 3 tiles you see right here, to the far left we have this stone circle, and basically if you enter a stone circle and you're injured, it'll heal you. The spirit stones will also spawn in these stone circles, so this is a very important thing to worry about. The other next to him, kind of basically in the middle of the screen at the moment, is a swamp. This will actually remove a health point or basically cause you damage if you enter it. So you really have to be careful about these guys unless you have the card, the wing boots. Then you can ignore the penalty here. And then the third one on the right is a town. Now, you have 2 different turns. You have a day turn and a night turn. We're on the day turn. So, if you take a town during the day, you have to wait till the next day before it actually gives you gold. Because towns will give you gold. The more towns you get, the more gold you'll get per game. Now, over here, this tile that I'm focusing on is a dungeon. Basically, what happens is when you get into a dungeon, day or night, you'll explore it. During the day, it'll just give you any kind of prize, or it'll spawn a bane. Now at night, you can still get prizes. I like to call them prizes, but it's really like treasury or gold or things like that. But during at night, this will actually glow purple because the dungeons also have a slight infestation with the rot. And at night, I've noticed if you enter them, you have a higher chance of spawning another bane, which can also attack you if you're out in the open. So going into this dungeon at night would probably be a bad thing because you're always in the open. The next set of tiles are this next one actually is the mountain, and mountains come with a bonus and a negative, a positive and a negative. It's basically a trade-off. You spend an extra one of your action points. If you look at your character card at the top of the screen, you have action points. It's basically the number of moves you can make. A mountain requires 2 of them to actually be used. Unless you have the wing boots, then it only takes 1, but you need to use 2 without them otherwise. But it'll actually give you an extra shield in battle for higher ground, and other characters also need 2 action points in order to attack you if you're on a mountain. So sometimes being on a mountain is actually better. And the other one here is a forest just to the left of the mountain and below the mountain here. Forest, unless you have a card known as the Rager Cloak, you don't get stealth in them during the day. Otherwise you can, but you get stealth in these at night. Other characters have other stealth benefits, but at night, if you're in a forest, you get stealth. This will actually help you if somebody tries to enter the same forest you're in and they can't see you, if they don't have any kind of scout abilities active in the area, then they will be ambushed. They can't use any cards in battle, which can be a huge help to you. Then the final set of tiles is actually inside the palace here. These are basically all peril tiles. Every single one of them consumes all of your action points when you enter them, and it comes with a peril. So, and these are unique perils, which means you have, I think it's like 5 dice, or it's at least 3 dice to use in order to actually get through them. It could be more, I could be wrong. But these tiles are only bypassable if you complete all the quests. So like if you get 3 or 4 quests done, and then you go into one of these tiles as a quest, then you can ignore the penalty of the peril. You'll still get the penalty of getting all of your action points taken away, which means you can't do anything else that turn, but you'll still be inside the palace. and you won't have to worry about losing any health, because these perils will reduce any health for any failed dice rolls. So if you have to match 4 symbols and you only match 2, the other 2 will do 2 points worth of damage, and then you'll be out of the palace, so you'll have to do the whole thing over again. And then the final one is the battle with the king, or otherwise, say you have 4 spirit stones, it'll just cause the king to die, or other factors can just basically, it's just a fight against the king. Tiles can also be influenced by perils or other character special abilities. It basically takes, some understanding of the characters. Like, for example, certain character abilities, like the rabbits, they can actually get bonuses on plains here, which is basic terrain, as it's considered here. It doesn't really grant you any pluses or minuses. It's just flat out nothingness. Other than that, the difference between the boards is, as you can see, the winter map here has a lot more forests and mountains than the summer map. You're going to see in the summer map that there's going to be a lot more swamps, and usually on the summer maps there's also more towns and dungeons as well. The forests are often less, so the map is random. It picks between the two, but depending on which one you play on, it can actually be a big advantage to you or a big disadvantage to you, depending on your character and what you set them up for. The final kind of tile is the clan grounds. Now, the clan grounds has a plus and a minus to it, is how I see it. The plus is nobody can attack you. They cannot send you any cards. You are basically immune when you are sitting inside the clan grounds. You cannot play any perils, though, outside of the clan grounds. You cannot play any deals, you cannot play any trickery, you cannot play any perils. You can add items to yourself, you can play spells to yourself, like I can add myself the chainmail skirt, and I can banish myself to the furthest dungeon, whether that's a help or no. I cannot, however, play the Merchant's Agreement to another hero, even if they're off the clan grounds and close enough to me to be able to use this card. I have to be outside the clan grounds. They can't do the same thing to me. If they have a Merchant's Agreement, Allies Pact, Armistice, anything like that, they can't play it to me when I'm in the clan grounds as well. So other than that, there isn't really much to worry about. That's all basic tiles and their abilities. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see more Armello and see any other characters being played. I am the Fox, and that is what I have said.